has defensive communication been impacted by that?
I feel like it's still been good. Definitely, chemistry is a big thing on this team, and so that's what we try to harp on, and we just got to work on it in practice. I think that's a big thing that we do is making sure we practice how we want to play, and just communicating, over communicating in practice is going to help us communicate in the game to help better understand everybody on the same page.
Back to Brian.
Malachi, every game's important, but this one, growing up in the state of Alabama, you grew up watching this game.
Yeah.
To suit up for it, how special is that? Obviously, it's a big one on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely a little kid's dream being from Alabama. Growing up playing football, watching football, I was watching the Iron Bowl, and it's definitely a blessing to be able to play in this game. A lot of people look at the game in the state, like you said, it's a big one in the state, but yeah, it just means a lot to suit up for the Crimson Tide to go out there and play in this great rivalry.
On the left with Austin.
Yeah, 2 years ago, Auburn had the same record. They were 6-5, and they took you guys to 4 overtimes. What do you think is so difficult about winning this game at that stadium?
It's always a difficult task going into their stadium. Their fans do a great job of being into the game, and we just got to go down there and execute and make sure we have a great week of practice and preparation, and make sure that everybody's locked in.
On the right here, Charlie.
Yeah, hey Malachi, just what have you seen from Carry-On and the growth that he's maybe had over the course of the year?
I would say the biggest thing is just his understanding of the game of football. He's playing corner, he's playing star, so that gives him a little more perspective of what everybody does on the defense. And I think just learning your different positions helps you a lot because you know what you're supposed to do. You also know what the corner has or the safety or anything like that. So him just coming in to work each and every week and staying humble as he is. He's such a humble dude. He's just coming in to work, and really proud of the progress he's been making.
On the left with Tony.
Okay, you've never lost against Auburn. I think the last team to ever do that, they're all in their 60s right now. What would that mean to you to have a perfect sweep against them? And just has anybody reached out and kind of a past player, anything talked about completing that sweep to you?
No, nobody reached out to me to say anything about that, but it definitely be big just to go 4-0 against them. It's something that we take pride in here, just because we never want to lose a game, first of all, but second of all, it's a rivalry, and yeah, we just gonna go out there and compete and do our best and have fun out there.
All right with Nick Alvarez.
Sam has mentioned at times, a joy for you guys is silencing a road crowd, kind of pointing out the empty seats. Looks like you've kind of led the team out of the tunnel the last couple of road games, really getting you guys going. Do you think you've kind of taken that mantle of trying to silence the crowd and being one of the team leaders that really trying to get that message going? And if not, who else?
Yeah, I would say all of our leaders on the leadership team, and even just in all the whole team. Matter of fact, that's our goal when we go on the road, and we know it's not going to be hard, but we always harp on play for 60 minutes, don't look at the scoreboard, and everything going to take care of itself. So I feel like when we're on the road playing, we don't really think like we need an empty stadium. We just go out there and play to the Bama standard, and then we look up at the end of the game and it's empty. So
Up front with Chase.
Another question about you being an in-state guy and just kind of understanding the rivalry a little bit more. So, historically, right, if you go back 20, 25 years and before that, Alabama used to recruit a much higher percentage of in-state guys. It'd be half the roster or more.
yeah.
Obviously, now it's a national brand.
Mm-hmm.
So, with you and not too many others understanding the rivalry, do you feel any kind of a responsibility to educate the rest of the locker room on it?
Yeah. I really feel like our team understands the rivalry. I feel like when you come here and you put that Alabama air in your chest, like we say, be South Five, Bama South Five for life. So that's something that everybody's all into. It's basically like they're from Alabama at this point, I would say. But yeah, everybody understands the rivalry and what we need to do to go out there and be successful.
In the middle with Joe.
Malachi, can you talk about what Tavares Robinson has done for the defense and how he helps prepare you guys week in and week out, and more specifically, are you giving him any trash talking given that he went to Auburn?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely coming this week. But yeah, T-Rod, he's been doing a great job. He never let us get too high on ourselves. Like he always coaching us hard and always telling us that we can do this better and this better. But he's also our biggest cheerleader, and I think the biggest thing that he's done is he's helped us learn a lot of offensive concepts, offensive formations, how the offense is going to attack you, getting extra work with our technique, coaching us up on our technique, just being a really good overall coach for us. And yeah, we enjoy T-Rob a lot, but we definitely going to be trash talking him this week, the whole week.
In the middle with Mike.
You gonna bring back the Crimson Crane this week? Does anybody remember that from 2 years ago?
Yeah, we remember it. We might. We just had to see how the game goes.
Anything else? Last one, Charlie. Two more, sorry.
Yeah, piggybacking off of Joe's question, Coach Steele obviously was at Auburn a few years ago, spent 5 years there. Do you think this week maybe means a little more to him too?
I would say it probably does mean a little bit more. Just going back to where he coached at and playing them at their stadium, he definitely gonna be probably a little more fired up than he already is.
Last one, Kurt.
Malachi, we all know about the 24-hour rule that's here seemingly everywhere now. Did you wait 24 hours before you started thinking about Auburn after Saturday?
I'm not gonna lie, I watched their game this past Saturday as soon as I got home, and then after that, later that night, I had started watching their offense on Saturday night. So, nah, I ain't listened to the 24-hour show.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Appreciate y'all.